Or Joan, I don't know about that relationship. You get the feeling the magic is gone out of it? Anyway, welcome to the show. I didn't know Doc was off tonight.
Yes, he's off.
Where is he?
He's either in San Jose, Springfield, Mass, or St. Louis, Missouri.
Love to have you as a captain of a ship. You know Tommy Newsom, the wardrobe consultant to John Poindexter? Okay. A lot of you from out of town? Okay. You looking good. Welcome. Welcome to Southern California. You want to have some excitement after the show? Try cutting someone off on the freeway. What's going on out here?
Crazy.
This is crazy. Is it the heat or what? It's dangerous on our freeways. I drove to work today, and I was going to take rural mountain roads to get here. I saw an orange traffic cone wearing a flak jacket. I mean, I don't make them any light of it, but you have to kind of keep your sense of... I saw a gun shop that said last ammo before freeway. Now, the problem is I drive on the Ventura Freeway. Now, on the Ventura Freeway, if you expire at the wheel, it can be 6 hours before anyone will know the difference. Sociologists have figured out. They say it's a delayed reaction to Ishtar. But who knows? Anyway. I'm a little tired tonight. I was up all night long trying to figure out... No.
Thank you very much.
No, I had this crazy thought. You ever get something in your mind at night and you keep you awake? I'm trying to figure out all night long if Raymond Burr could walk single file. That's what kept me up, and I'm sorry it did. Have you read about the French salvage team that dove to the Titanic?
No.
And are actually now bringing up things from that wreck of, 75 years ago? They came across a more startling discovery just today. They found the diversion memo from Poindexter to Reagan. Your look-alike testified this morning.
Yes.
Does not Ed Meese and Ed, the Attorney General of the United States, and Ed look a little bit alike? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Well, Ed Meese he started off for a bad day. His chauffeur thought he was picking up Edwin Moose. So the Attorney General arrived at the hearings on the fender of the limo. It was a... Now, according to Meese, if you saw the testimony this morning, nobody told him anything. He never saw anything. He was cut out of everything. And the president said, wait a minute, that's my defense. Obviously a night for impressions. Meese was not exactly Elliot Ness in his investigation of Colonel North. He called North's office and said, Ollie, look, there's going to be a little raid on your office tomorrow at 9 o'clock if that's not inconvenient for you. Have you been following these hearings at all? Hearings are going to have a shocking cliffhanger next week. William Casey steps out of the shower and tells me... tells Meese he's not really dead. Did you hear what somebody referred to the president as? A potted plant? Who was that? It was in the paper. Somebody in Washington referred to the president as a potted plant. You'd never know with all the fertilizer they're spreading around you. It could be a potted plant. The president defended himself. He said, I am not a potted plant. He said, actually, I'm a Brussels sprout. There's a whole thing. Here's some more interesting news. This is just interesting, maybe not funny. The White House announced today that President Reagan will be taking a 24-day vacation starting August the 13th. You know what bothers me? For 3.5 straight weeks. 3.5 straight weeks. The president is going to be completely out of touch. And then he's going on that vacation. On top of it. Well, let's try another subject. Delta Airlines is trying to improve its image. They said today that if Richie Valens and Buddy Holly had flown Delta, they'd be alive today. Missing, but alive. Okay. Where did it say? Here's some real exciting news. McDonald's now has a salad bar. Boy, there's another dream come true. You've been to McDonald's? It's getting pretty classy. Instead of a wine list, a wino comes over and breathes on you. Well, look, we got such a long show, and I've got a lot more material, but I don't want to get too far behind here. Tonight we have, who do we have tonight? Oh, from Night Court, Mr. Harry Anderson. One of the great jazz players of all time, Mr. Pete Fountain, is with us. And how many, what is this?
It's a creepy crawler.
Oh, I see. How many of you have said to yourself, gee, I hope the Carson show tonight shows a lot of reptiles? We have a gentleman on by the name of David Barker, who is be a herpetologist, would it not? Right. That be correct?
Herpetologist.
A herpetologist? Isn't that somebody who is an expert on reptiles?
That's what you said.
Yeah, I was just looking for confirmation.
Yes.
Anyway, we got a lot of crazy reptiles here tonight, so stay where you are, and somebody will be right back.
It's still a sweltering 92 degrees here in the city. No signs of letting up.
Can't you do something about the heat?
Open your refrigerator.
There's nothing in it.
What do you say?
Seagram's golden wine cooler. How'd that get there?
Mr. Seagram put it there. It's wet, and it's dry, and it's Seagram's, remember?
But I don't like to drink alone, remember?
But you're not alone. Cheers.
It's the Subaru Value Celebration! The greatest Subaru deals in Subaru history! Stop! That's one Subaru commercial you won't see the rest of. What's really important isn't hoopla, but a great deal on a great car, like up to $1,500 cash back on a Subaru. With the money you can save now at your Subaru dealer, you can have your own celebration. Up to $1,500 factory cash back on a Subaru. Or now you can get Subaru's 3.9% financing. That's really cause for celebration.
Give us your simple arthritis pain, your sore muscles yearning for relief, and we'll give you new Mitchum Solid Relief, America's first painkiller in a solid gel stick with more medication than the leading ointment.
I got this last-minute call to work the 7 a.m. flight, and everything went wrong. I was even out of my antiperspirant. But was I worried? I used Lady Mitchum Wide Solid.
Lady Mitchum is so effective, you can even skip a day.
This is Barney, my owner. He's a good guy. He's taken the family to California. I'm so excited. We shouldn't have any car trouble because yesterday Barney took the car to Walt's Radiator and had it serviced. I wish he'd done that last year. The car overheated 4 times before Barney took my advice and went to Walt's Radiator. But now he's learned that Walt's is the only place to go for radiator service. Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks?
Service your cooling system before you go at any of Walt's Radiator's 21 locations from Everett to Olympia.
The wagon's in a circle. If you just joined us, you missed probably one of the best monologues I've done this year. What a great night. Woo.
They're still laughing.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, we have tonight Harry Anderson from Night Court, who used to work on the streets and did a lot of what they call flim-flam stuff, three-card Monte and con games, and is a good amateur magician. He's going to do a couple of things for us tonight. We have the great Pete Fountain and a herpetologist. You don't particularly like reptiles, do
No,
you?
I don't. Do you?
What?
Do you like them?
Oh, yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right.
These are not snakes, is that, sir?
Yeah.
Other things.
Reptile family.
What?
The reptile family.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I don't know what the official name is. There's some gentleman, obviously, who knew there. What is the official name of the reptilian family? Thank you, sir. How many of... Have you seen this book out already? True book. Within a week of Oliver North's testimony in the Iran deal, they had this book out. And apparently it's the entire testimony from start to finish. I don't know what the price of it is, but it is selling a lot of copies. And as I understand it, the people who put it out don't have to pay Oliver North 1 cent. Because this was testimony. This was testimony. Well, they're gonna make a bundle, and he get a zip from this. But have you ever noticed anything that goes on in this country? I think they did the same thing in the Watergate hearings. That testimony was out, or there was a book about Haldeman, and Haldeman wrote a book, and then I think John Dean wrote a book, and Magruder wrote a book. Anything that happens, I'll bet you within a month there's a book by Joan Collins, or a book by Peter Holm. Instant kind of books, money-making things. Anyway, we found a few of them here that are ready to come out.
These have not been seen yet, have they?
What?
They've not been seen, have they?
No, not until tonight. They're called quickie books. Now, we've noticed a few of these books on the shelves of our local 7-Eleven, and these are put together. For example, I'm mentioning Peter Holmes, right?
Yeah.
There's a guidebook that'll hit the stands the day after his divorce from Joan Collins. It's called Beverly Hills on $5 a Day by Peter Holmes. Dicey tonight. But Joan Collins is going to come out with a book also about how her ex-husband used to sit on hot oven burners to get aroused. That's right, it's called Home on the Range.
We're all right now.
Yeah, we're rolling now. Big book. In about a month, shows you how far degrading this thing can get. Not this bit, but just this thing. Charles Manson is coming out with a self-help book, which he hopes to peddle to his fellow inmates, called Defending Yourself Against Sean Penn. What? Yes, another one. We have a number of these. We're going to see how they go. Not ever. See, some will be very funny, some will be slightly amusing, and some nothing at all. Now, you have to listen to this because the book title is all based on the premise here. This is a book that blows the cover off a case in the mid-'70s when Judge Robert Bork, he's the one up that Reagan is for the new Supreme Court, Judge Robert Bork enforced a gag order against actor Robin Williams, who is being sued by Miss Piggy. And the book is called Bork Goes Mork, Corks Mork Over Pork. Or something like that.
Read it. Just read it.
Or something close to what I said. Bork Corks Mork Over Pork is the name of the title. Or Bork's Mork Over Cork, or Cork Bork Mork. We don't care. Had it all set up in the look. Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? There's a book on how to avoid germs while toweling yourself off at a gym called Safe Pecs. The trick when you're doing these things is not to panic. You momentarily get a flush and you want to flee.
Give him the full treatment.
That's right. Lassie wrote a autobiography about the male dogs in her life called studs like spuds. Here's a book written by Little Richard. You have to listen to this. About the time he did a show with Oliver North, who was disguised as one of the Supremes, called Good Golly, Miss Ollie. These aren't easy to think up, you know. No, I don't know. Sure, why not? The madam of a house of ill repute outside Disneyland, it is hard to believe, came out with this expose about one of Disneyland's most beloved residents. And it's called The Duck Stops Here. Thank you again, sir. What are you going to do when you retire? You ever thought ahead in, when we leave this show, which might be tonight, what you'd like to do after
I
summer?
think we'll just get copies of all these great bits and look at them.
Now, here's a book about a whale. I'm embarrassed doing the setups. About a whale who tries to impress people by using big words. Got that? The book is called Moby Dick Cavett. Got just two more here. I'm going to get a picture of this crowd as they leave tonight. Evangelist Jim Baker was the author of this book about the danger of standing too close to Tammy Faye when she's crying. Caution, wet paint.
They came back.
Well, okay, that doesn't make it a total wipeout. This is a book about a mysterious ghost who haunts Chicago television talk show studios stealing food, called the Phantom of the Oprah. Here's a book by Jim Baker about the problem of standing too close to Tammy Faye, called Caution, Wet Paint. Now, here's another book. Should have finished with that one. No, should have opened with that and finished with that one and cut out all the books in between. Okay, now that you're in a real good mood, we're going to take... Harry Anderson is coming out here in just a second.
Why are you dipping your pencil
No, Harry
in your
Anderson
coffee?
isn't coming out.
Why not?
What?
Why are you dipping your pencil in your coffee?
Because I don't care anymore. We have the Mr. David Barker, who's a herpetologist, and was going to bring out some very, very exciting, strange creatures right after this, and we'll be right back.
A-doo-dah, well, the boy genius. You trying to find out why Kentucky Fried Chicken is America's favorite chicken? Then pay attention, son. Folks just love going to the Colonel's because no one else makes chicken with that special blend of 11 herbs and spices. Any of this getting through to you, son? And of course, no one else's chicken is finger-licking good because nobody else knows the Colonel's secret formula. The secret formula! Kid's too smart for his own good.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, we do chicken right.
Okay.
This is Bill Elliott and the Coors Racing Team. Now, you might think we're sitting around here talking about hard work, determination, the winning edge, and all the skill it takes to make a great racing team and a great beer. Nah, we're talking about fast cars, pretty women, and easy drinking Coors.
But not necessarily in that order.
Touchstone Pictures presents Richard Dreyfuss.
We're supposed to be watching the house, right? So I was watching the house from the inside.
And Emilio Estevez.
Nothing going on here, just some dull old police work. What a bozo.
It's you I want.
Let's get out of the house. Cover me. Did we practice safe sex? Probably not.
Stakeout, rated R.
One show sneak preview this Saturday.
It's happening this Wednesday.
This Wednesday, I've got a date with Larry.
This Wednesday, Ross is opening new stores all around the country, and all Ross stores will be celebrating.
Uh-oh.
With tremendous savings on department store fashions for the whole family.
I could save a fortune.
And we'll have a huge assortment of special items ordered just for this event to save you even more.
But Larry's so great.
No sale can compete with these terrific bargains.
I mean, he's really...
You gotta go shopping.
I gotta go shopping.
The celebration starts Wednesday at the Ross near you.
Okay, now we got something interesting for you. David Barker, as I mentioned, is a herpetologist, and he specializes in reptiles and amphibians and travels all over the world to try to find new species. And he brought a few of them with it. He's from Dallas, Texas. Would you welcome David Barker? Well, that's a conversation opener, isn't it?
It's, I just came back from Guatemala with this. This is a high elevation Guatemalan alligator lizard.
Is it safe?
Prehensile tail. Oh, yeah, it's real harmless. And as far as I know, they've never been photographed on television before.
Is that true?
This is a debut for this type.
Now, what's the particular... Getting topped by a lizard tonight. Can I hold it?
Yes. It really likes to go up. It lives in the rainforest, and I suspect it'll go to your shoulder or maybe to the top of your head and then sit there. It likes the highest point where it can look around, see everything. It's really rather camouflaged right there. They live 100 feet off the ground in bromeliads way up in rainforest trees.
He is safe, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What is his normal diet?
Ears.
Ears?
No, it's not. It eats small insects.
Insects and stuff like that?
It eats small insects.
Does he disappear? Where is he?
He's looking around. He's just going to decide whether to go higher. He's walked behind you here.
Oh.
Let's see.
Can you?
We'll just let him go off to the other side here. He's on the other side.
Oh. Will he come on back, or he'll stay there?
No, I think if you raise your hand up, he'll probably walk all the way to your fingertips.
Maybe we ought to.
Really
Maybe he might be a little distraction there.
Okay.
Well, when did this interest start in reptiles? Why do people get uptight when you say reptiles and things like that?
It's hard for me to understand it, but I'm sure part of it is that some reptiles are snakes and some snakes are venomous.
Ah.
I think
it's not a born fear, though, is it? I mean,
no. The easiest group for me to talk to is kindergartners.
They have no fear.
Oh, yeah. You talk to a group of kindergartners and you say, I've got this big snake here. Does anyone want to touch it? And you've got immediate, everybody comes there. The hardest group to talk to is like all men. All men never change their minds.
Well, that looks like a frog.
This is a frog. I've brought some amphibians as well as reptiles. This is a real Cadillac frog. I've got really Cadillac animals here. This is a tomato frog from Madagascar.
I've never seen anything like that. A tomato frog?
Tomato frog from
Madagascar.
They've got this pencil here. We'll show it. They're red because they have a toxic skin secretion. It's a totally harmless animal. You can handle them, but if you were to swallow it, it wouldn't go well for you. It would be quite a swallow.
Damn, I was looking so much forward to that. Why would one want to swallow one of these?
Well, they're birds and snakes.
Oh, I see.
And there are some birds and snakes that can eat them in spite of the skin toxins, but so what it does in that case is if it's pecked, it blows up like a tomato.
Well, look at that. Look at that. It just inflates itself?
Yeah.
It's like a blowfish under the ocean. You know, when they get attacked, they just... What's that, just air? They pump air into the...
His name is Barbecue.
Look at that. Now, that doesn't hurt him. That just...
No. These are mainly animals from University of Texas at Arlington. The only place that I know of where these animals are on exhibit to the public is the Fort Worth Zoo in Texas.
How did you get interested in reptiles? Is this a childhood thing?
I've been interested in reptiles since I was... I've been interested in animals since I was about this tall.
Right.
But they...
Are these easy to care for?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They...
No special diets or anything like that?
They thrive on benevolent neglect.
Really?
Yeah, I kill green plants, but I can keep a lot of reptiles and amphibians that just with no problem.
Where do you keep them mainly?
Well,
your
the
home?
good thing about them, I mean, my first fascination with animals was the rhinoceros, but I realized that my mother would never let me have one. My mother's the same, and you can keep 50. You know, you can't keep most animals in your house without really disturbing the household.
I have no idea
you
what
can have
this
these in your closet. You can have 50 animals in your closet, reptiles and amphibians, and no one will know.
What is that?
Well, this is a Mexican salamander, Mexican lungless salamander, and the interesting thing about it is salamanders are little, and a lot of things would like to eat them. So they become chemical warfare experts.
Right.
And this particular one has got psychedelic toxins in its tail. A colleague of mine, actually a man that I work for once in a while, does salamander defense behaviors. And for a while he was tasting salamander tails. Some of them taste like garlic, some of them taste like onions, some of them taste like battery acid. Well,
Man makes a living at this?
He tasted one of these and was away in La La Land for hours.
Indigo's like psychedelic?
Yes. Oh, yeah. He said he saw colors and all that. But I wouldn't recommend, I mean, I don't think there's going to be any big trade in this because if you were to taste too much or if you were to eat one of these, they have enough toxins in their tails to probably kill 50 people.
Okay.
I mean,
are these legal to bring into the country? I mean, you have no, you have to get clearance for
Oh, yes.
Before we show something else, let the window get behind you. We'll take a break and we're going to come right back and got some more fascinating things, so stay where you are.
More power to live, more power to give, more power to do the things we do today. Ever ready, more power to the USA.
Ever-ready batteries and flashlights. Vital power you can trust when you need it the most.
Ever ready, more power to the USA.
You know, if Merlin here did the shopping, Alpo wouldn't have to advertise, because he already knows how Alpo's added more of the beef dogs love in Alpo Beef Chunks dinner. More of the real beef that's made Alpo America's #1 canned dog food. So if Merlin did the shopping, especially now that they've beefed up his Alpo, there'd be only one dog food that he'd buy, Alpo, now with more beef. Just look at that, Merlin. You're making it disappear, boy.
An idea whose time has come and gone. Has come again. Introducing the Volkswagen Fox. At $57.90, it's German engineering you can afford. Again. The new Volkswagen Fox. An idea whose time has come. Again.
You never forget that concoction, do you?
This? Never.
What's so special? Rinse or gargle?
Decisions.
For 30 seconds?
Brief, but to the point.
Okay. What's this? T25, a blend of patented ingredients. Now, what's that supposed to mean? I don't care what it means.
The power of scope. Who can explain it?
Thursday, Molly Dodd's going on a manhunt.
You need me.
But it's a wolf who springs the trap.
Dennis has talked about you a lot, in his sleep.
Thursday.
Yes, black women and white men on the next Donahue.
Oh, geez.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's the wrong show.
Sorry, Dave, but with the strike and all, geez.
Kids, could you please go down to the freezer and bring up some Vandy Camps for dinner?
Sure, Mom. Vandy Camp's fish. They taste fresh because they're frozen fresh. Then they're dipped in crispy breadcrumbs or golden egg batter for a taste your family will love.
For dinner?
Once they catch
Henry,
them.
of course you're welcome. Kids, could you go down to the freezer and grab some more?
Vandy Camps, the freshest ideas in frozen fish. Now, try our crispy new microwave fish sticks and fillets.
Your Ford connection is the right connection. At Totem Lake Ford in Kirkland, we're striving to be the #1 Ford dealer in the Northwest, so we've got a huge inventory of any kind of Ford car and truck available. From Tauruses to T-Birds, from Fiestas to F-Series, we have the Fords you want to drive home. So come see us before you buy somewhere else.
If you don't buy from Totem Lake Ford, Toyota, Suzuki, chances are you'll pay too much money. That I personally guarantee. By the way, I'm Bill White, owner. The right connection, still in the business of beating the deal.
What's Wayne Newton saying Elvis's ghost is telling him? Enquire within.
We've got what you want, the way that you want it. Inquire within.
Will Pat Sajak and Vanna replace Johnny Carson?
Inquire within.
Put the magic back in your marriage.
18 million people. Read us for a tip or a grin. 'Cause we've got what you want, the way that you want it. Inquire within.
Entertainment Tonight, weeknights at 7.
Okay, if you just joined us, we are looking at some reptiles. I'm just talking with David, and remembering what I remember, that reptiles don't have any of their own body heat or to regulate it. They have to get it from the sun or a warm rock or something like that.
Yeah, they're cold-blooded,
Yeah.
but they're usually not cold. They go to the place at the right temperature that they want to be. They're very conscious.
Now, this looks like a very big frog.
We may need to move things over just a little bit. I'll set it right here, but this animal bites.
The animal bites?
There are very few frogs in the world that bite. This is
But
a
you
frog
brought him
that
here,
bites.
huh?
Yeah. This is Bertha.
Bertha.
She lives at home. My wife Judith and I have raised her since she could sit on your thumbnail. She's about 6 or 8 years old now.
Now, where's this frog from?
This is from southern Brazil and northern Argentina. Come on, girlie. Yeah.
Might she jump off the desk or something?
No, usually if you put her out in front of people, she loves people.
Yeah.
Because she was raised by people, she associates them with food, so you usually put her out in the light.
This is a tough audience tonight.
Actually, she's looking at the audience, but she's not going to demonstrate her. Usually she'll follow your hand around and just follow you. She thinks that, unlike most frogs, this frog does not eat insects. It eats, in the wild, frogs, other frogs, even the size that it is. If you can see, it's just mainly mouth. The mouth comes half, it's like a ball. Oh, it's going to do the tomato frog trick. She's alarmed instead of hungry, yeah.
Because now you feed this Bertha, you feed Bertha other frogs?
No, I feed Bertha mice. Frozen mice. I thaw them out. It's like TV dinners for frogs.
So she has to wait until the mouse defrosts?
And she thinks that mice grow on the end of fingers, people's fingers. Oops. She's,
have you ever been bitten by her?
Yes. In fact, it's one of the most memorable things that's ever happened to me. She bit me at home one day, and it took me about 20 minutes to get her to let go. I had to hold her under the water in the sink, and that didn't work, and then I tried to slip credit cards in between her fingers.
She's not poisonous or anything like that?
No.
All right.
No, she's just...
Nice, Bertha. Okay.
Let's see if she'll start to watch us. She really does. I brought another animal out that's real interesting. Let's see here. Because it's very common in Australia where it's from, but it's not.
Wow. Looks like it's a lizard or
It's
some
a pinecone lizard or shingleback skink. And they're very common in southern Australia. People there treat them like we treat box turtles. They find them crossing the road, they take them home, let the kids keep them, put them in their backyard. They're real tame, they're real personable, they eat just about anything that you put in front of them. And we brought some...
This is the thing they photograph for the horror movies and then enlarge it,
Yeah.
Can I pet her or him? Or
oh, yeah, absolutely. She likes it. And we think, I brought some of her favorite things. She likes mandarin oranges or yogurt, blueberries.
Well, hey.
She'll eat just about anything off the table to put it out. She got a big blue tongue. Let's see if she wants to. Oh, she'll just let her lick it. Well, She's nervous. I know how she feels.
Just a tough night all around.
Yeah. Well, at least the tomato frog did what it was supposed to.
Well, sometimes they just don't perform on cue.
Actually,
like all of us don't.
She's thinking that...
An exciting demonstration. A lizard tonguing a piece of orange.
Sure, or tongue.
Well, you folks expect this animal to go crazy and charge it, and they're under different circumstances tonight, as we all are.
Yeah, well, let's try something different. Let's try something different. I've got...
action, okay.
Yeah,
here we go.
action here. This little guy will definitely act for us. You've seen the Tarzan movies with the blowgun, and the dart hits the person in the neck, and they fall down dead. Well, the blowguns are used around the world by primitive cultures, and in South America and Central America, they make the toxins from this frog.
That looks like something you'd buy, like a little ceramic frog. You'd buy a...
Yeah, and again, it's a harmless, innocuous little thing, but it's got toxins in its skin that this frog alone has enough toxins probably to kill several hundred people. And some of the frogs in the group are bright yellow, bright orange. They hang around during the day, and not on the blueberries here, buddy.
What would he eat?
He eats little teeny insects. Okay. And they've done something that other frogs have done. Again, part of chemical, not in yogurt.
Maybe he's hungry.
Let him eat the yogurt. They just discovered a new form of this, the biggest of the dart poison frogs. Its scientific name is terribilis. It's terrible. It's about this big. It's bright yellow, fluorescent yellow. Right. And it is so bad that if you hold it in your hand for 60 seconds, you'll die.
Okay.
This one is considerably weaker toxins than that one.
Okay, what else we got here?
Well, let's see. We've got... cute face here. This is a little desert gecko.
A gecko?
Yeah, it's an African fat-tailed gecko.
Are these harmless?
Doesn't bite. Perfectly tame. Nice beast.
No, that's kind of cute.
It is. They have definite Bambi eyes. Just kind of look around.
Do these make good pets?
I think reptiles and amphibians in general make good pets. I don't know that this one necessarily would. It's a fairly rare animal. A lot of people have never seen one.
Okay.
There's just a few zoos that have them.
I guess we're running a little too long here?
Yes, we are.
Okay, or we're going to get behind. Hey, I thank you for bringing this. This is fascinating. Now, how do you get these home?
In a bag.
Just...
Check it on the...
Hope they don't stop you for inspection, but I guess it's perfectly all right. Okay, thank you very much, David, for being with us tonight.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We'll take a break and we'll be right back. I like this one.
Some vacations are perfectly safe, but not this one. It could happen to you. So don't carry cash, carry American Express traveler's checks. Don't leave home without them.
Today, for your tough headache pain, there's a superior level of pain-relieving strength. Nuprin strength. Beyond regular strength aspirin, beyond extra strength Tylenol, there's Nuprin strength. This medical study proves too little Nuprin give more pain relief than extra strength Tylenol. So Nuprin stops headaches better. For strength beyond extra strength Tylenol, Nuprin strength.
Look for this special Nuprin coupon in Sunday's paper.
Good morning. Summertime, serve it up, summertime.
When you can't wait to start the morning, take breakfast by the hand at McDonald's and put a little more summer in your day.
McDonald's, serve it up, summertime.
I don't like to wait.
I hate to wait.
Why make 2 trips? And why wait? At Precision Lens Crafters, you can get quality eyeglasses in about an hour. Even tough prescriptions like trifocals and bifocals. Listen.
I've gotten bifocals, and I've gotten less than an hour.
Less than 45 minutes.
50 to 55 minutes.
It was fast, but it wasn't rushed.
Why make 2 trips?
Precision Lens Crafters. Quality eyeglasses in about an hour. Now in Seattle and Tacoma at the Tacoma Mall.
Over 100 used cars and trucks.
Bottom line prices, low monthly payments today at Auburn Nissan. Take a look. An 87 Nissan pickup, $148.21 per month. An 85 Nissan Pulsar, $142.24 per month. An 81 Honda Accord, $130.07 per month. An 84 Nissan 200 SX, $148.60 per month. And an 80 Mazda GLC, $107.53 per month. See us today. Auburn Nissan, Auburn Way North, Auburn.
Okay, Harry Anderson is with us. As you know, Harry's one of the stars of NBC's Night Court, which you've seen on Thursday nights. He's got a special coming out in the fall, and working on a book and all kinds of things. Would you welcome Harry Anderson? Harry. I think he picked up everything. Do things like that bother you?
Not now, no.
Not one of your favorite things, though. Do you ever work in your magic act with animals and stuff and do any of that?
Yeah, doves.
Yeah.
They're not very interesting. They're pretty dumb birds.
Yeah.
That's it. Rabbit occasionally. Oh, I eat a guinea pig. That's a trick I do.
You what?
I create the illusion of eating a live guinea pig. In fact, I did it on Saturday Night Live, and I took little Skippy and explained that I was a family entertainer now, and so I brought out little Skippy and tried to get him to jump through a hoop. And, you know, guinea pigs have pink eyes, and any animal with pink eyes is not very evolved. All a guinea pig will do is shiver.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't jump through a hoop, and he wouldn't react, and finally I took him and ate him. And I got a letter from the ASPCA.
I was waiting for this.
They asked me the next time I was on the show to make a comment about it so that everybody would know that I didn't feel badly about animals. And the only comment I could think of was, when it comes to nutrition, ounce for ounce, nothing beats Skippy.
It was delicious. You used to work, I mentioned earlier that you used to work stuff on the streets, right?
Yeah.
What you call flim-flam or so-called con games, sucker games and so forth. With like three-card Monte and...
Shell game.
Shell game.
Yeah. Worked at Union Square back when Bobby Shields was there.
The three walnut shells.
Three walnut shells and the peep. We're down at the Cannery, New Orleans.
Most people still don't know how that works and why they can't win.
Well, it's money for nothing. It's a little game of hanky-poo, and if it works in Vegas and Reno and Tahoe, there's no reason why it shouldn't work on a street corner.
Yeah, people love to pick up a quick buck, especially when they think they got you nailed, right?
Well, you can't cheat an honest man. Right?
Yeah. So you had a thing in People magazine recently?
So glad you asked. I'm very proud of this.
With your
This is my boy.
With your boy.
Up and coming.
Wearing the hat, just like that.
Yeah.
That's a great picture. That's a great picture.
Yeah, I'm real proud of him.
You do stuff for him. I remember when my kids were young, how to do magic. Kids are very difficult to fool.
They're hard to impress, I think, especially when you're their parents.
Yeah.
They're hard to impress. Funny thing, I have a girl. She's 6. She's about so big now. She came into the kitchen the other day, and she said, my wife and I were there, and she said, "What's a climax?" And I asked her to repeat the question.
Yeah.
And she asked it again, "What's a climax?" And I started thinking of an answer. My wife, who was really the bright one in the house, had the good sense to ask where she had heard the word.
Good idea.
And she said, "Well, I was watching Dumbo, and they said Dumbo will be the climax of the act." So we gave her an explanation, and I thought back, if my wife hadn't been there and I had explained, I'd have one very confused little girl.
You have told the child much more than she wants to know. Yeah. That's funny. Your wife is very, very good at that.
She's
okay, we're speaking of magic. You're going to do something tonight. I said you're going to do a little something you used to do in the act.
Well, in fact, mentioning my wife, she's a mentalist. In fact, she was voted by the Academy of Magical Arts Magician of the Year not long ago.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, she's Leslie Anderson. And a lot has been made recently of debunking spiritualists and healers and such, and rightfully so. But in the last century and before that, magicians and spiritualists were pretty much the same thing. I mean, magic didn't really become an entertainment art until very recently. So a lot of our most beautiful illusions were originally pieces that were meant to impress people and sway them religiously.
It was working through the spirits, right?
Yeah, especially mediums. So back in the 19th century, there was a fellow named Daniel Douglas Home, who made a great impression on everyone, and he performed this stunt called the table dance. My wife taught it to me, and I'm going to show it to you tonight. Okay.
All right, center stage. The table dance.
Oh, first, check it out, Johnny. Make sure that there are no threads or
That's a table.
sticky substance. Feel it.
Solid
Check
table.
it for broken shards of glass.
Yep.
All right, okay.
Perfectly solid table.
All right. The elemental creatures go about this table to and fro. They hurry from unmeasured mind to rant and rage in flood or wind. But he who treads in measured ways may surely barter gaze for gaze. Man, you see, journeys on with him after some red rose bordered hem. Then to spirits dancing under moon, a druid land, a druid tune.
Well done. Good stunt. This is great. Look good again. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Hello. With vacation time here, Ed and I would like to remind you that there is no better beverage for vacation activities than Bartles and James, either in the original version or Ed's new premium red. As for our vacation activity, we are learning to fly fish. This takes great skill and patience, not only just catching the flies in the first place, but also in getting them on the hook. We hope you will enjoy your vacation with Bartles and James, and we thank you for your support.
More profound than words. Diamonds.
Attention car buyers. Don't buy anything until you see this. Now, buy any Mazda 626 in stock and choose $900 in options free from Mazda or get $900 cash back. Buy one of these 323s in stock and choose $500 in options free from Mazda or get $500 cash back. Use cash back toward your down payment or get a check from Mazda. Hurry! Get $900 on 626 or $500 on 323 today.
and I think you'll like it.
If Henry Weinhardt would have brewed a light beer in 1856, he would have brewed it with the same care and full-bodied taste as his private reserve.
Now, you're saying if I drink this here Henry's lighter beer, I can cut back on my what?
Aerobics.
Aerobics.
Interesting. But the times weren't right. Henry's Light. Now the times are right.
It is always a great kick when Pete Pound is here. Pete Pound is going to be performing here at the Hollywood Bowl in the evening of New Orleans Jazz tomorrow night, 29th of this month. Otherwise, you can catch him at his own club in the New Orleans Hilton Riverside. Would you welcome, please, Mr. Pete Fountain? Pete Fountain. Super. Tomorrow night at the Hollywood Bowl. New Orleans Jazz. I guess where it all started in New Orleans. You ever play musical instrument at all? In your act?
No, never did. I play a recorder, a little flute through my nose, but that's...
The nose flute. You know what they call it? An actual nose flute?
No, it's not an instrument meant for the nose, but I play it through my nose. We'll save that for another time.
Yes, I would. Yeah. I want to see that act. We'll do this first? Or do this now? We'll do this. We'll come right back.
Ritz Bits crackers.
Hey, mini Ritzes, unbelievable.
Delicious. 3 sizes.
Why are there 3 sizes?
They did it for fun.
Small.
Smaller?
Very, very tiny. I need bigger hands. Buttery.
Totally portable. New Ritz Bits. Every bit as good as a Ritz. Who's responsible for this, huh?
Nabisco.
Oh.
The Florida Everglades and Old Milwaukee both mean something great to these guys. The Everglades means airboating, as close as you can get to flying without leaving the ground. And Old Milwaukee means a great beer. Cold, crisp Old Milwaukee beer and smooth, golden Old Milwaukee Light.
There's nothing like the flavor of a special place in Old Milwaukee beer.
Old Milwaukee and Old Milwaukee Light.
Hey, guys, it doesn't get any better than this.
Make room for Hyundai time is almost over.
Thanks for the deal. Welcome.
Aiming at new sales records, your Hyundai dealer really stocked up, even took work home with him. And while he's still got a wide selection of XLs with 7 models under $7,000 and starting at just $51.95, they are going fast.
Couple more days, we'll find the kids.
Better hurry down to your Hyundai dealer while he's still got a lot to deal with.
Hyundai, cars that make sense.
We're making breakfast by the hand. You can take it by the hand. Snap, chew it, start your day. You can shake it, you can roll it, you can chop it, you can scold it when it's made McDonald's way. Big up inside and fresh. Biscuits at their best. 5 delicious kinds. It's a sign of the times. It's a good time. For the great taste of McDonald's. Breakfast by the hand. By the hand.
Well, folks, the old clock on the wall has finally run out, and just in time. Anyway, I thank you for coming tonight. Next time you're going to play the...
That's a promise.
Yes, I want to see
I'll
that.
play something.
Okay, anyway, good luck with the book. When's the book coming out?
Well, I should be out at about Halloween time.
Okay, thanks for being here, Harry. My thanks to Pete Fountain. My thanks to... what? Reptile. I know that's what it means, reptile. Creepy crawly things, okay? And no, you enjoyed that segment. And tomorrow night, I'll be taking a vacation. No, I'll be here tomorrow night with the Wimbledon champion Pat Cash, comedian Ray Combs, Wimbledon champion Pat Cash, and John Clark Gable. See you tomorrow night.